These are 6 books that I would literally sell my soul to read again for the first time, so let's go through them. Hello, my name is Soph and welcome back to my channel. As I've mentioned, we're going to be going through some books which have stuck with me so much that I really just would do anything to read them again blind for the first time. Let's go straight into it. We are starting off with a Kindle book actually. I don't have the physical copy, I read it on my Kindle, and this is The Oxford Year by Julia Whelan. And if you haven't heard of it, this book follows our main character, Ella, who is this ambitious American, and she arrives at Oxford University as a scholar with a precise, clear plan for her future. That is until she meets Jamie Davenport, who is this mysterious and handsome local guy. And as this romance kind of blossoms, Ella faces this predicament where she needs to decide to follow her career or kind of embrace this new love that is blossoming and potentially like a life-changing choice. This book got me right in the feels. I'm not going to talk any more about it plot-wise because I want you to go into it. Maybe check a trigger warning if you are worried about things. I'm not going to say the trigger because I don't want to ruin it for people that are going to pick up this book blind. But this book completely stole my heart. I was literally like in mourning for hours afterwards. You know, like when you have like a book hangover because it was that good and it made you feel that many emotions. Well, that is what The Oxford Year did for me, and it's not a book that I've seen people talk about as well, so that's why I'm mentioning it in this video, to give it a little bit more appreciation, and maybe you guys will pick it up because it kind of sounds like this fluffy romance on the outside, but once you read the book it's so much more and it's so deep as well. Jamie Davenport, the man that you are, honestly. But seriously, go and read this book. It was a 5-star for me. I really would sell my soul to read it for the first time again. Next up is no surprise, but this is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. If you know me, I go on about this book all the time, and you just, how can you not? I've heard so many mixed reviews about this, but this one, I'm still yet to find a book that has made me feel like Caraval did. I will say this is probably my contender for my top 3 favourite books ever and favourite series. I completely fell in love with the way Stephanie Garber wrote the world and the characters. It was just so captivating, and it truly did take me out of my world and into the world of Caraval. If you haven't read this book or the series, we are following our main character Scarlett, who has always dreamed of going to this event called Caraval. It is a magical, high-stakes game where nothing is really as it seems. And when her sister Donatella is actually kidnapped as part of the game, Scarlett needs to unravel secrets and this web of lies in order to save her. And she needs to do this before like this powerful magic swallows them up, because many people enter this game and kind of get so swept up in it that they forget what is real and what isn't. And yes, the male main characters in this as well are some of the best that I have read. Julian, you have my heart, and legend as well. Although you may not think so from this book, but your love for him will grow, I promise you. And most people that I have severely recommended this to has enjoyed it. So maybe you will want to sell your soul to read it for the first time again if you listen to me. Staying on a fantasy theme now, I have got Belladonna by Adeline Grace. Once again, no surprise. This basically is just like favourites. I have so many more favourites, but these are just a short list of ones that I've kind of picked out for this video. But Belladonna, where do I even begin? Like Caraval, I'm yet to read something like it, something that makes me feel the same way this book did. I feel like for like a gothic fantasy romantasy, this is like at the top of the pedestal. And to be honest, I haven't really read any books within that genre, so maybe I need to branch out and read some more because I obviously loved this one so much. In Belladonna, we are following our main character Signa, and she basically has this curse where she is constantly followed by death. And by that I mean literal people dying around her, and also our character called Death, who is the embodiment that kind of takes souls across the bridge to the afterlife. And when her wealthy relatives suddenly start dying for no reason, she has to basically form an alliance with Death to uncover the truth of these mysteries, and it's based around her cousin is being poisoned and she's trying to figure out why. She kind of learns then that love and death are a lot more intertwined than we realise as well. So this book, it just captivated me so much. One, the way that love is written about in this series is just so beautiful. Adeline Grace did an amazing job of writing it in such a poetic, non-cringy way as well. And I think I really enjoyed this book, especially because of that added mystery element that was put into it, where Signa is trying to uncover what's going on and get to the bottom of it. And your jaw will drop at the end of this and you'll immediately want to go on to the rest. I will say the second book in the series did fall slightly flat for me, but Wisteria, that third book, chef's kiss as well. It'll probably be on this list, but I've chosen Belladonna today. If you're thinking about reading this, it's on your TBR. Budget up a few places because I really do think that it's enjoyable and so entertaining as well. Next up on my list of books that I would seriously sell my soul to read again for the first time, it's going to be The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, and this is probably one that I have read really recently, and it was not a 5 stars, but I'm still putting it on this list because of the emotions that I felt. And I'm not really a crier when it comes to books, although I feel like I have been crying a lot more recently, but this one set me off. If you haven't heard of this, our main character Ella's world shatters when she loses her brother, and she was basically a pen pal to one of his friends who she knows as Chaos, but we know him as Beckett. And there's a thing in the army where if you're going to die, you have a last letter. So Ryan, who is Ella's brother, he leaves Beckett a letter saying, please go look after my sister. She's got twins. One of them is suffering with a rare form of cancer called neuroblastoma. So he then sets on to this small ranch town to try and help Ella. And as Ella is kind of struggling to raise twins while dealing with the loss, Beckett's words are able to uncover this love that she thought had been lost, and also hopefully give her the strength to feel hope again. And Rebecca Yarros, fair play to her, she's able to write something like Fourth Wing, the Empyrean series, and then something like this. Completely different genres, and she still did an amazing job. And I just had to put this on here because I still think about this on a regular basis, and I feel like that's what really sticks to me after reading, is if I feel like that, then it's probably, maybe it's more than a 4 star. I can't even remember what I rated it now, but I didn't give it a 5 because something was missing. But just to go back and feel those emotions again, I 100% would. Another book on this list, which I would do anything to read again for the first time, is none other than The Right Move by Liz Tomford. Are you shocked? Because I'm not, they're not, you're not probably. If you know me, you know this channel. I love this series. This is part of the Windy City series. It is a sports romance series, and it's everything to me. This is my favourite series of all time, and hands down, nothing will beat it. Definitely favourite romance series anyway. But in this one, we are following Ryan and Indy. So they are complete opposites. Ryan is this uptight basketball player, and this is because of his past, people kind of using him for his fame and his money. And then we have Indy, who is Ryan's sister's best friend, and she basically has to move in with him for the foreseeable future because she's recently just broken up with her boyfriend and needs somewhere to live. So Ryan reluctantly says yes, and Indy just comes storming into his life with this colour and bubbly attitude that he is just not used to. And honestly, this book has everything that you want it. It's got fake dating involved as well, because they both want to try and make people in their life think that they're happy and are responsible in a way. And I always love a fake dating trope as well. And then I could go on for hours talking about this book. But go pick up the series. I will say the first book, Mile High, not as good as this one, but the quality definitely has a step up each time. So if you like sports romance, if you like amazing books, then you need to read it. The sixth and final book that I'll be adding onto this list is going to be Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. And you know, I've literally just finished it today, but what I would give to go back And read this again. This was the first Hunger Games book that I was reading blind, and oh my word, it was the best experience. I've always been so intrigued by Haymitch's character in the Hunger Games trilogy, and it was so good to be in his mind and his POV. I just really felt his personality coming across, and the little kind of eggs and hints that we got from those previous books within this one, it was so good. Once again as well, another book that had me in tears at the end. Suzanne Collins, hate you but love you, but it's always a masterpiece. Every single book in the Hunger Games series has been a 5-star for me, and it's no surprise that this one is now joining that list. As mentioned, this is Haymitch's Hunger Games. So if you have seen the films and read the books, you kind of know that he was a previous victor. And in his Hunger Games, it was a special one. So there's actually double the amount of tributes from each district, meaning 4 people from each district had to go into the Hunger Games and fight it out. Along this journey, Haymitch meets the most incredible people and people that he really builds connections with. And I can't even say more because I just don't want to give anything away. But be prepared, because we definitely learn about why Haymitch drinks, why he has all this trauma, because he has a good reason to be like that now, and I'm so grateful that I have this book to finally fully understand him and where he's coming from. So there we have it, just a little stack of books that I would definitely do anything to read again for the first time. I hope it has inspired you to pick any of these up, and let me know if you're planning to, or if you have read any of these as well, because I'd love to know if you feel the same way as me or different. But don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe if you would like to see more videos from myself again, and I shall see you in the next one.